I like to tell people, especially young people, as I have a physical identity, I have a name, I have a phone number, I have a place I live, my address. I also have a digital identity. And the digital identity is the sum total of everything that represents me in the online space.
Few years ago, we had a sad incident in Nigeria where a young lady met a friend online, traveled all the way from Lagos to Port Harcourt, and after interacting with the person, we lost her. How do we protect ourselves online? What are the measures we need to put in place as young people to secure ourselves from people hammering us via social media platforms? Today's episode is sponsored by Meta, and we will be discussing cybersecurity and being safe online. In studio with me today, I have Chinaza Anidebe, a cybersecurity expert. Hi, Chinaza.
Hi, Toby.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
I'm happy to be here today.
Okay, let's get started. Why cybersecurity? Especially seeing that you're a lady. How are you thriving in this space?
Okay, so I've always worked or studied in the field related to even from the university. I think in my class in the university we were just 5 girls and a lot of men to say. So, and I started out as in information technology or as a technology application analyst. I did not start out from cybersecurity. But the field of cybersecurity has always intrigued me. It's an exciting field. It's a field where you can't predict, there are new things springing up every day. And I also love the fact that the decisions I make every day at work determines if a business is going to be a going concern.
Wow.
So my job gives me fulfillment because business continuity is hinged on my ability to protect people, protect enterprises.
Interesting. So let's talk protection. How do we protect ourselves online?
Online is a whole world of its own. It's a whole world of its own. So I like to tell people, especially young people, as I have a physical identity, I have a name, I have a phone number, I have the place I live, my address. I also have a digital identity. And the digital identity is the sum total of everything that represents me in the online space. So the way I protect myself, I'm not working in dangerous areas. When I'm out, I'm looking around, taking care of my bag and all. That same care should be applied when I'm protecting myself digitally. So now, if you come to the most prevalent understanding of online, it is social media.
Right.
According to a research that was conducted in January, we have about 5 billion identities on the various social media platforms. And a large number of persons that use this every day are people between the ages of 17 and 35. Guess how much time they spend on social media?
I'm actually going to put myself on the spot by doing that.
Yeah. But let me help you.
Okay.
5 hours, 30 minutes
Wow, on the average.
on the average. Wow. That's a lot of time. So we're not just talking about online, we're talking about something that is part of our lives. So now, there are pros and there are cons. So we have a digital identity. We have what we can get out from it, and we have issues it can lead us into. We've seen people using, the social media platforms to develop this.
Right.
I, for one, I know when I was preparing for an exam, and I was visiting the social media account of the examining body every day. In fact, on a particular day, I just took the chance and I sent a message to the profile on the person behind the profile. I said, oh, my name is Chinaza. I'm from so region. Are there any opportunities available to me as a lady in this region? And I got an outstanding discount for an exam I wanted to write.
Wow. Just by reaching out.
So when I even informed the Nigerian body of that exam, they were surprised. How did you get that? Because it wasn't on a website to say, because I reached out. So I was maximizing social media.
Right.
I was using it for my own good.
Right.
So there's also, another part of social media I want to throw to the limelight. But I'll explain something before I bring that out. So a lot of the social media platforms are backed by artificial intelligence.
Right.
And artificial intelligence is, just a concept where machines mimic human intelligence, hence the name
Artificial intelligence.
And this technology, these are my own words, I would say, this technology knows you more than you know yourself.
How so?
Thank you. So why is my Instagram feed different from your Instagram feed?
I mean, because we have different names, I guess.
But that is not just so.
Okay.
So what these applications give me to consume is basically a result of what I put in. So what makes Instagram suggest a post to me is picking from the post I've liked, the time I've spent on some posts, is picking from the people I follow. So the application is learning me.
Right. It's more like how the algorithm works.
Thank you so much. So algorithm is the recipe that hooks up artificial intelligence. So now let's do hesitation. So the reason why you pick up your phone and you scroll and you're getting excited, you're like, oh, it's been 2 hours. It's because the technology behind that application has studied you.
Right.
It might even have more self-awareness.
Oh, wow.
It might be more aware of your
yourself.
personality than you are of yourself. So one risk young people face is addiction. So we need to make them understand that this technology, this is how it works. This is the reason why you spend 17 hours on TikTok.
But I mean, we're influencers. What people are wild. We want to make money.
Exactly. What about when it affects productivity?
Okay. Do you want to create a balance to that?
It was a cause of worry to me when I found out that people in their prime.
Okay.
Because as the data showed that as the age range increased, people spending over
Time. Right.
So now I know we have to dive deep to say, because not everybody that's spending that 5 hour 30 minutes is just scrolling around.
Exactly.
Some people are content creators, some people are using their ed tech and all of that. But what if this is actually hampering productivity, stifling innovation and reducing creativity?
Wow. Interesting. Okay. I'm trying to, there's a whole lot around this, right? And I'm trying to see how we can infuse this together. But when it comes to privacy, do you have like steps, or what are key things that you think young people should actually pay attention to? We know that platforms, for instance, like Meta, have privacy controls that young people need to pay attention to, and that informs how we interact online. I know that, for instance, TikTok has an age range or age restriction, around people that are on it and all of that. And Meta also does this as well. So what are the privacy metrics or guides that we can adopt as young people?
I'll answer that question in 2 parts. The first part of privacy is actually preventing people from impersonating you.
Okay.
So that's one part. The second part of privacy is protecting your data.
Right.
Data is the engine of everything we see. So you have to take advantage of the settings or the avenues that creators like Meta have already put in place in their applications to guarantee your safety. I don't think there should be anybody that does not have their two-factor authentication activated.
Right.
In fact, in addition to that, you can link your example WhatsApp, which is a Meta
product as
created,
well.
application. You can link your WhatsApp to your email. So once you're,
you can.
Once someone is trying to get access or trying to spoof your WhatsApp account, you get a notification, and you can change your password, and you can actually stop that compromise.
Right.
Those are the basic steps you need to take. Also, there's something we say in security. We say trust no one, verify everything.
Trust no one, verify everything.
So there are characteristics of messages that are funny when someone is putting you on the spot, wanting you to do something immediately, and threatening you with a consequence if what the person is pushing you to do is not done immediately, because another person's phone rather can be compromised and there's someone impersonating that person, and the person might send you a message, you think, oh, this is my dad, but you need to, because fraud is psychological, or impersonation and spoofing is psychological. So you need to put yourself in that position to try to decipher the emotions behind that, and like I say, verify. Call a friend, call another family member. Be wary of giving your personal information. There's something called personally identifiable information. It's called PII. It consists of every bit of digital information about you that is unique
to yourself, right?
That is unique to you. Before you share such, if there's a policy, that the person you're sharing it needs to show you, you need to see it and understand it, and ensure that there are no hidden criteria or conditions in it. You need to know who that data is going to be with and for how long.
Right.
So before I sign up on the application, I ask. I send the support
you do?
Yeah, I do. I say, if I decide not to use your application any longer, will you delete my data? I'm very sure a lot of companies, that's the first person that ever
asked them that question. Because we always just focused on filling the forms and getting into the apps and all.
And I asked, I remember the last firm I asked, if you will not delete my data, how long will you hold onto it? And I'm very sure that the person that crafted the response will be like, but those are the ones.
Oh wow.
Because your physical identity.
Interesting. So can we talk about policy? And the reason I'm asking policies is because we have so many applications these days. They would tell you to click consent for your information to be shared and all of that. But do we really read policies? And what are the dangers around not reading policies?
I will respond with a question, then I'll respond. Why do you think you search for washing machines on Jumia? And when you go to YouTube, you see ads about washing machines. You should read policy.
Right.
You should read, because the firms behind this application, they collaborate.
Okay.
The reason behind the collaboration is for the benefit of the society. But actually, like I said, if you want to protect it, you need to understand what it is.
Right.
So the reason why what I just asked as a question happens is because of the time shared.
Right. So you're saying that all these applications, all these platforms share our data across themselves.
Oh wow. And have consented for the data to be shared at times.
Okay.
By just checking
The box.
I consent.
So how do we prevent? Is it possible to prevent this?
So you would just prevent the much you can. So where you want to, download an application, you can check this firm, say the privacy violations, or how you can just Google how. So every policy is divided into subsections. So instead of reading every line, you can just go to the section that says how do you use my data. It's a section most policies have. That section. Most policies have sections on the data I collect about you. So the policy will tell you if they're collecting data on your device. Sometimes they collect your data based on your device, and it's for security. So if maybe your profile logs in on another device, for Gmail you will see you have just signed in on another device.
Yes.
So that is the reason why that information has been collected. So you would see what information or what data they collect, and you will see why they collect it, and you will see who they share.
Right.
So it's not altogether wrong, but you need to be compliant with it.
To proceed. Wow, interesting. Okay, as we wrap up, are there measures, I know platforms like Meta, for instance, definitely have ways to check people. And I mean, even in terms of clothing, impersonation and all of those things, we have people say, oh, they're impersonating me, but sometimes these people are not even flagged off immediately and all of those things. How do we manage these situations and protect our information? Do we all have to have privacy, private accounts, social media? Because we also want to interact, right?
Yes, yeah. So I think we need to pay attention. It's not as though there are no measures to ensure that our privacy is taken care of. If you receive a message that has been forwarded a lot of times, you see forwarded many times.
Yeah.
That shows you that you should take care, or you should apply extra caution when you are consuming that content. If you generate an image with AI, Meta AI, you will see generated by Meta.
Right.
You see Meta AI there. It's trying to tell you this is not real. This is not true, because part of the dangers we face also is I take my picture. There are deepfakes. The deepfake is my image saying what I never said.
Right.
Superimposed on an audio I never spoke. So there are events where Meta will say, "Oh, this is AI generated."
Right.
You need to pay
More attention
to start with, because you cannot say you want to protect yourself and just protect to what you consume. Then, aside paying attention, like I said before, you need to be aware of how you behave. Just the same care you apply to your physical self, the same restraint you would apply when you see a stranger in person. Can you apply the same restraint when you are chatting to persons you absolutely do not know over the internet? Do not share personal information. Ensure that your account is protected. Basic protection. Link your email. Ensure your email is protected also. Do not change your passwords frequently. Because if your password has been compromised, but you have a healthy password habit of maybe changing it once a month, when maybe by the time the person that wants to use it for bad comes to use it, you have changed it. So changing your password frequently is a very healthy security or digital hygiene to say. So ensure your password is changed. Lock your phones, so that when someone picks it up, the person does not just have easy access. I would just say a word of advice to the parents.
Right.
Monitor your children's online activity.
Right.
For children below the age of 13, when you sign up for a new account, Gmail or something, you have the ability to register your email as a parent. And whatsoever they do,
You have access to it. Right.
And it's very important you do so.
Right.
So that you can understand not just the time they spend, where they spend it, which applications they use the most. How
Thank you so much. This has been very insightful. Thank you so much, Chinaza. There's so much to learn about being safe online, and I'm sure you've heard it all. We all have different roles to play in ensuring that our information is safe online. Our family members, our loved ones are safe online, and everyone is ensuring safety online. Thank you so much. And as I said once again, this was powered by Meta. Have a great day. Bye.